Please stand or remain standing for our national anthem sung by student Tabitha Fowler.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we've watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
You may be seated. Honored guests, faculty and staff, family members, and most especially members of the 2022 graduating class. It's my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to the commencement ceremonies at Dalton State. I'm honored to serve as your president. Please hold your applause as I introduce the other members of the stage party. Stage party, please stand as I call your name. Dr. Bruno Hicks, Provost and Vice President for Academic Affairs. Dr. Jody Johnson, Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management. Dr. Randall Griffiths, Dean of the School of Arts and Sciences. Dr. Sharon Hickson, Dean of the School of Education. Dr. Forrest Blackburn, Associate Professor of Spanish and Director of PACE. Dr. Jamie Hall, Assistant Vice President for Student Affairs and Dean of Students. Dr. John Lukegart, Professor of Biology, Shaw Industries Chair in STEM, and the recipient of the Faculty Excellence in Teaching Award in spring of 2022. Dr. Vince Postel, Professor of Mathematics, Coordinator of Learning Support, and, as the senior-most faculty member present this evening, the standard bearer. You may be seated. I also want to acknowledge a special guest in our audience tonight. Our representative, Chairman Steve Tarvin, and his wife Jennifer are with us tonight. Thank you. Graduates, on behalf of the faculty, staff, and administration, I extend our heartiest congratulations to you. We're all proud of your dedication, perseverance, and accomplishments in reaching this goal in your educational journey, and we look forward to your future achievements as you enter your professional career or prepare for further study. You are the most important group here, and we celebrate with you. There are a number of other people, though, who have helped you reach this goal, and it's appropriate we recognize them tonight also. Please stand if you're able when I recognize each special group. Would the parents of the graduates please stand and be recognized? In addition to parents, many graduates have spouses and children who've sacrificed for our graduates to reach this goal. Would the spouses and children of the graduates please stand and be recognized? Many graduates have grandparents, sisters, brothers, aunts, uncles, cousins, and significant others who have assisted them over the years. Would you please stand and be recognized? Our thanks to all of you. Your support and guidance is appreciated not only by our graduates, but also by our entire college community. Graduates, no matter what the future holds for you, the education you received at Dalton State will be a powerful asset, and no one can take that from you. What you have earned has prepared you for the next step in your life. You're joining thousands of other Dalton State graduates who have gone on to productive and rewarding lives, and in the process have improved the quality of life in their communities. Congratulations on a job well done.
It gives me great pleasure to introduce tonight's speaker, Dr. John Lugart, who serves as the Endowed Chair in STEM and Professor of Biology. Dr. Lugart's been at Dalton State since 1991. John is a faculty member who believes in helping other people do science as well as learn science, and that is key to an impactful education. His passion for getting students and the community involved in his stature working to improve the environment has led many students to seek out his classes. His dedication and care for each of his students shows in their success. For many years, he brought awareness to countless of thousands, sharing his concern for conservation and improving the environment. It's clear that his passion is not just getting people to pick up trash, but in educating Dalton State students, community members, and children and how we can improve our lives and the environment. Integrating community service into his teaching and supervising students in the cleanup effort began early on. Since then, John has led children camps like Stream Stomp and Crick Critters, teaching why conservation of resources is important. Middle school students work with him in the restoration of the Lake Shore Park. The annual Conestoga Watershed Cleanup, now in its 27th year, is recognized and celebrated all over the Southeast. John and his wife Gretchen recognized the beauty of the woods behind Dalton State and proposed a system of trails on the property. After consulting with trail experts, they began what is known as the Roadrunner Trail System. Faculty, students, Boy Scouts, and other volunteers helped clear one of the areas that had been full of garbage and build the trails. I could continue with a long list of projects and accomplishments that led Dr. Lugart's selection as the Faculty Excellence and Teaching Award and the Shaw Endowed Chair STEM Chair, but I think it's time to hear from him. Please welcome Dr. John Lugart.
Hi, guys. Let me blow my nose. It's good to be here with you, and it's good to see familiar faces and folks that I did not have the pleasure to meet, but it truly is an honor to join you in your graduation celebration today. This is a special event because it marks your successful completion of a project, a really, really big project. You've made it to this point because you understood that a college education is a worthy goal, and then you invested the necessary time and effort to reach that goal. And for most of you, getting here wasn't that easy. There have been lots of other demands on your time and energy. Many of you have jobs, many of you have spouses and children. Some of you have struggled with physical or mental health issues. For some of you, English is your second language. For some of you, you've experienced financial hardship, yet here you are. These and other challenges you have overcome have made your academic success all the more wonderful. Congratulations. This evening, you are surrounded by people who are very proud of your accomplishment and who played an important role in getting you here. Long after you've forgotten my words, you will remember the support and the encouragement that you received from your families and your friends. And hopefully, you will fondly remember some of these professors around here that helped you and challenged you and perhaps inspired you. As I was putting my talk together, I was mindful of my 93-year-old mom's advice. When I told her I was giving a graduation speech, all she said was, "Keep it short." And I will do so because we all know it is important to listen to our moms. So there's just 3 things that I urge you to do as you go forward from Dalton State: to appreciate our differences, to serve our communities, and to be kind to one another. My first request: to appreciate our differences. I grew up in a small suburban town in upstate New York where most people were middle class and white. As a matter of fact, we had only one black family, the Kearses. Then I went to a small liberal arts college where most of the students were white, between the ages of 18 and 21, and from either middle or upper income families. I didn't think much about this homogeneity then, but that was all I knew. In the decades since, however, I have reflected upon this and how this lack of diversity may have limited my worldview. When I first began teaching at what was then Dalton College in the early 1990s, before some of you guys were on the planet, there was not much racial or cultural diversity among the student body, but there was a much wider variety of student ages, family incomes, and educational backgrounds than I had ever experienced. It was both eye-opening and enriching for me. The diversity has increased over the years to include many students from other cultures, particularly Hispanic, such that in 2018, Dalton State was designated Georgia's first, and at that time, only Hispanic-serving institution, a federal designation given to colleges with at least 25% of students who identify as Hispanic. I firmly believe that the diversity of our student body is one of our college's greatest assets. In my years at Dalton State, I've been influenced and inspired by the many students I have shared a classroom with or worked on various projects with, and it's been a privilege to teach them and learn from all sorts of students: black, brown, white, first-generation college students, LGBTQ students, those with views across the political spectrum, a wide range of ethnicities, faiths, and ages. Increasingly, our campus community has become more reflective of the diversity of our nation and our world, and that is a great thing. Each of you has brought to our campus an array of experiences, perspectives, and beliefs. When given a chance to spend time with and learn together, we can become more accepting, more tolerant, and thoughtful members of our communities. And we can become better listeners. I think we can all agree that these are qualities greatly needed in our complex and polarized society. My second request, my second Kleenex. My second request, to serve our communities. I urge you to share your talents in service to your community. As graduates of Dalton State, your enthusiasm, your energy, and your abilities are needed. No matter what community you live in, there are a wealth of opportunities waiting for you. In Whitfield County alone, there are dozens of service organizations doing amazing things to improve people's lives and to make this a better place to live. These organizations would love your help. It's clear that in carrying out acts of service, the rewards flow in both directions. A former Dalton State math professor, Dr. Arvin Phelps, who inspired me and many others through his acts of kindness and service, used to say, quote, "It is not a good day unless you've helped someone." This brings me to my third and final request, kindness. While I believe we should celebrate our diversity, we must also recognize that there is much more which unites us than distinguishes us. Ultimately, what I think we all desire is a good life, which brings us happiness. An important key to that is kindness. Kindness towards others and kindness towards yourselves. Henry James, a famous American-British author, wrote, quote, "3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. The third is to be kind," end quote. Kindness and niceness are often considered interchangeable, but I think kindness goes deeper and brings great benefits to both the receiver and the giver of kindness. Its layers include generosity, compassion, and empathy. Kindness is complicated, and practicing kindness is often hard. It's a skill and a habit that most of us, including myself, have to continually work on, one good deed at a time. And so, graduates, as you go forth from Dalton State, I encourage you to appreciate our differences, to serve our communities, and be kind to one another and yourselves. Once again, congratulations. I'm confident that you, each of you, are going to make our world a better place, and I wish you the very best. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lukart, for those inspiring words. I'm sure you noticed as the students entered the arena this evening that they were led in by a fellow student who carried a big banner known as a golf-along with the name of the school on it. These students were selected by each school based on the criteria that included excellent GPA, leadership quality, and community service. The following students received that honor. Please rise when I call your name, and please hold your applause until all names are read so that each student is recognized. From the School of Arts and Sciences, Michaela White, Bachelor of Science in Biology. School of Education, Julie Ban, Bachelor of Science in Education. Indeed, all the graduates this evening have brought honor to themselves, to this institution, and to you and their families and friends through their efforts in completing the requirements for their degrees and certificates. However, some have exceeded the minimum requirements and have earned recognition as honor graduates. I'd like to call your attention to the honor graduates listed in the program. Students graduating with the highest honors, summa cum laude, for degree students and with excellence for a certificate student have earned an A in every course taken here at Dalton State College, a perfect 4.0 on a 4-point scale. A student graduating with high honors, magna cum laude, for degree students and with distinction for a certificate have maintained a grade point average of 3.75 or higher. Those graduating honors, cum laude for degree graduates and with merit for certificate graduates, have maintained a grade point average of 3.5 or higher. The diplomas and certificates of these graduates are imprinted with the appropriate honors designation. In addition, honor graduates were awarded silver honor cords in recognition of their achievement. In addition to the silver honor cord, other students have received different cords. Each honor society is identified by a particular color and in some cases with a medallion. To assist in identifying the individual society for which the student received his or her honor, I would direct you to today's program where there's a complete list. And now it's time to present the candidates of Dalton State College graduating class of 2020. Will the candidates for the certificate degrees please rise? Will the candidates for the Associate of Arts degree please rise? Will the candidates for the Associate of Science degree please rise? Will the candidates for bachelor's degrees from the School of Arts and Sciences please rise? Will candidates from the bachelor's degree from the School of Education please rise? President Venable, it's my privilege and pleasure on behalf of the faculty and staff of Dalton State College to present to you these candidates. They have completed all the requirements for their respective degrees and certificates. They have been approved by the faculty. I present them to you for confirmation of their degree and certificates.
By the power and authority vested in me by the State of Georgia and the Board of Regents of the University System of Georgia, and upon the recommendation of the faculty of Dalton State who prescribe the academic requirements, and as president of Dalton State, I solemnly and publicly confer upon each of you the degrees you have earned as certified by the Vice President for Student Affairs and Enrollment Management and approved by the faculty with all the rights, responsibilities, and privileges appertaining thereto.
Each graduate has friends and family present who wish to hear the reading of the graduate's name. Any individual acknowledgement or outburst makes it difficult to hear the name of the next graduate. We therefore ask that you hold your applause until all have received their diplomas. Graduates listed in the printed program, but unable to attend this evening's ceremony, will receive their diplomas in absentia. Dr. Venable will now award the diplomas.
The following individuals will now be awarded certificates. Shireen Ramzi Al-Hijehezi. The following individuals will now be awarded Associate of Arts degrees. Janine Chandler Callahan. Abby Collins. Christian Alexander Neal, summa cum laude. Kaylee Silvers, cum laude. The following individuals will now be awarded Associate of Science degrees. Ethan Xavier Dallas. Lydia Pearl Forehand, magna cum laude. Lenore Rivera Frazier. Kayla Guzman, magna cum laude. Kyland Tanner Lemming, cum laude. Skylar Grace Martin, cum laude. Tori M. Mize. Patton Bryce Picard, cum laude. Jenica Joy Prack. Noemi Reynoso. Alexa Rodriguez, magna cum laude. The following individuals will now be awarded bachelor degrees from the School of Education. Julie Tianlin Bain, summa cum laude. Allison Nicole Cagle, magna cum laude. Giovanni Chavez, magna cum laude. Taylor Nicole Edwards, magna cum laude. Jerry Mackenzie Finch, magna cum laude. Hannah Fortenberry, cum laude. Kirsten Shea Guthrie, magna cum laude. Allison Margaret Heinlein. Edisa Kernich. Excuse me. Kayla Nicole Ousley, magna cum laude. Sandra Jocelyn Ramirez. Brooklyn L. Schuler, magna cum laude. Alexandria Stainton, magna cum laude. Nathan James Strickland. Sadie Marie Tarvin, summa cum laude. Bethany Shea Underwood, magna cum laude. Keaton Victoria Vandiver, magna cum laude. Lindsay Marie White, summa cum laude. The following individuals will now be awarded bachelor degrees from the School of Arts and Sciences. Michaela Danielle White, magna cum laude. Nicole Aldana, cum laude. Gabriela Barajas. Rebecca Helen Bork. Sydney Broom. Peter Carrera Jr., cum laude. Cole Spencer Cash, magna cum laude. Ambrelle Marie Cooper. Elizabeth Ruth Crawford. Chris Amado Cruz. Grace Leanne Davis. Katie Elizabeth Dees, cum laude. Karistin Lee Dover. Christina Lynn Fredrickson. Elijah S. Fry, cum laude. Yasmin Alvarado Gandaria. McCamey Brooke Garland, cum laude. Morgan LaFay Garrett. Courtney Goins, magna cum laude. Adriana E. Gutierrez, cum laude. Brooke Channing Hasty. Antonio Manuel Hernandez, cum laude. Caroline Opal Hopper. Dawson W. Honeycutt. Angeles Jacinto. Jessica Brooke Jones, cum laude. Cameron Katona, excuse me, Cameron Katona. Elena Lee Kilpatrick. Angie Junie Lee, magna cum laude. Shelby N. Lewis, magna cum laude. Esme Mercedes Longoria. Rebecca Alexandra Mann, cum laude. Mackenzie Delane Manning, magna cum laude. Antonio Martinez. Dana Ann McIntyre, cum laude. Estefany Medrano, cum laude. Isabel Mendez Montejano, cum laude. Davidson Mera Valencia, cum laude. Marissa Metcalf. Blue Mitchell. Brittany Hope Newberry. Abril Ochoa, cum laude. Jennifer Alexis O'Hearn. Destiny Page Priest. Isela Rios, cum laude. Stephanie C.G. Robertson. Rogerio Castro Rodriguez, magna cum laude. Brianna Melissa Rodriguez. Alicia Paige Russell. Wendy Cassandra Sanchez. Magna cum laude. Daniel Silverio. Michael Chance Silvers. Kyle D. Smith. Nicole Snyder, cum laude. Shelby Christine Tetreault. Eduardo Valdez, cum laude. Nancy Vasquez Garcia. Irma Velick. Amara Watson, cum laude. Caitlin B. Weaver. Bryson Michael Whitmore. Autumn Weisenbaker. Justin Scott Anthony Young, magna cum laude.
Please join me in recognizing the 2022 graduates of Dalton State College. Graduates, as a symbol of your accomplishments at the end of the commencement into the next phase of your life, please take your tassel and move it to the left. As the ceremony draws to a close, it's appropriate that we recognize the group which has so skillfully guided these graduates to this point in their academic lives. The heart and soul of any college or university are its faculty and staff, and Dalton State is fortunate to have attracted a group which is both student-oriented and academically demanding. Indeed, it is the high standards expected by this group that have created the reputation for academic quality that Dalton State enjoys and from which these graduates will benefit. Graduates, remember the joy and excitement you feel today, and hold that in your heart always. You will always be an important part of the Dalton State family. We'll conclude tonight with the singing of the Alma Mater, which is printed in the inside cover of your program, followed by the recessional. During the recessional, the audience is requested to remain standing until the graduates have made their way out of the room. Thank you all for joining us in this very special celebration, and have a wonderful week. Please rise for the Alma Mater and recessional.